The courage to cross the threshold. The power to master your mornings. Crossing the threshold is difficult, but once you step over it, the rest is just doing it. Results are created by just doing it. We often overthink things in our heads even before crossing the threshold, and we settle for the comfort we currently have. Let's look back at the start of our day. As soon as we open our eyes in the morning, we unconsciously reach for our phones. The screen in our hands leads us to YouTube, news, and social media. The time spent idly doing this quickly steals our precious morning energy, and we bury ourselves back in comfort. The coziness of the blanket, that sweet temptation, makes us postpone the actions we need to take. Getting up, getting ready, moving. The most difficult thing isn't actually the action itself. The real difficulty lies in that first step, crossing the threshold. Outside, the blanket is cold, but that's where change exists. Making exercise a routine takes time. When it snows, rains, or the wind blows coldly, we easily rationalize, let's rest today. We seek temporary comfort lying on the sofa while looking at our phones. But deep down, we know that such comfort won't lead our lives forward. However, if we just take the courage to get out of bed once, put on clothes, and step outside, we've already succeeded halfway. The simple act of getting dressed and going out during the time to hesitate can change our habits and even the direction of our lives. Just do it. What are you dawdling for? Put everything else aside and just get up and go outside. Don't forget that the comfort you have now is the enemy of change. Author and speaker Mel Robbins says this. She used the 5-second rule to get up every morning. Counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, she would take action within just 5 seconds. If you don't move within 5 seconds, your brain will kick in and pull you back into comfort. She says, action must precede thought. 5 seconds is a small window to overcome the brain's habitual avoidance. This simple act of counting stimulates the prefrontal cortex and initiates action. Just as Mel Robbins overcame the temptation of the snooze button all winter using this method, we too can change the direction of our lives with one small action. A morning after, crossing the threshold, time to create myself. I open my eyes at dawn. Without washing, I put on clothes and go outside. On the way to the fitness center, the cold air resists my still unawakened brain, but my body is already moving. There's no time to hesitate. I've already crossed the threshold. While exercising, my breath quickens, and oxygen rushes to my brain. Blood vessels become active, and muscles remember the pain. But energy builds upon that pain. On the way back after exercising, my body is tired, but my mind is clear. Dopamine is released, and a small sense of happiness washes over me. At that moment, I feel a deep satisfaction that I am in control of my life. I walk through the apartment complex in the spring sunshine. I take in the scenery of cherry blossoms in full bloom and listen to the birds chirping in the morning sunlight. All my senses awaken. I become grateful for being able to enjoy this time in the world. Everyone is given 24 hours a day. Depending on what actions we fill that time with, our faces change, our way of speaking changes, and ultimately the direction of our lives changes. Time is fair, but the attitude towards that time differs from person to person, and that difference creates destiny. Let's cross the threshold. Today. 2, we often feel that life is difficult. But the easiest start to changing life is crossing the threshold. It's not a grand plan or perfect preparation, but a very simple action. It's just getting out of bed, putting on clothes, and opening the front door. If you want to change your day, you must master your mornings. The most powerful way to master your mornings is to move before your brain reacts. Move your body before discomfort arises in your mind, and let that movement become a habit. And that's how your day changes, and as the days accumulate, your life changes too. Just do it, don't dawdle, cross the threshold and live the time for yourself. That one small action will become the muscle of your life. Today, too, we can cross the threshold. The moment we cross that threshold, we are finally taking our first step towards ourselves.